I wonder if you had the choice between going back to Halo Olympics or going back to Honor Guard versus Drill Team, which one of those would you want to go back to?
I think I would go back to Honor Guard versus Drill Team. I've been wanting to. I mean, I know I mentioned to you a couple times that I've been messing with it, trying to figure out now that I've really gotten into animation, but problem is my machinima skills are just gone. They're completely gone. Especially with Master Chief Collection, I try, but I can't get it to look the way that I want. I can't manage multiple players. I used to use like 3 Xboxes because it was me and my 2 brothers, and I would use like 3 Xboxes, and I would put like 4 controllers on each of them, and I was literally running between rooms trying to do certain shots, and, even though that was a lot of work at the time, it was really fun. But all that is kinda like now I got 1 Xbox and a kid that I gotta make sure he stays out of my office because 'cause he'll break everything, God bless him. And now I'm trying to think what would be the best avenue to continue this, and I would wanna do it with, like, animation, but then that's not really machinima, so it's like I gotta find some kind of balance between the 2.
You could do a reboot.
I was thinking of that,
Reboot.
but I wanted to keep if anything, I would go back and just fix the audio for the first episodes because I don't wanna forget how terrible I was. I just wanna make it, more digestible to people so they're not like, you're getting sound in one ear during the beginning of one episode, and then it blows out both eardrums in the next shot, you know? And, I just wanna fix the audio and do stuff like that, but
Would you just re-record it from scratch, or what would you do?
I would re-record it, and then would n with my limited knowledge of audio correction now, I would try to fix it so that it sounds just better.
Are you gonna are you gonna get, different voice actors?
I've always wanted to get different voice actors. I've always wanted the original guys to voice their own characters, and they did for the first episode. A few of them did for the first episode, but then I could tell that, they kinda grew up and, they were okay with it, but they were uncomfortable, and I was like, "I don't you can't have a voice actor be uncomfortable." So, I wouldn't mind looking for
Um,
people to take those roles, and
I, f- I feel like Flick is going to fundamentally disagree with that point, and I can imagine why. Because I think a lot of the cast for oneself were extremely uncomfortable while they were doing their lines.
I mean, if they're supposed to feel uncomfortable, it's okay, like the character.
I know, Flick, but if the Me Too movement has taught us anything, is that you know, voice actors and physical actors should
I'm not
feel safe and protected at all times. You
I
know,
I don't abuse anyone. I don't abuse my voice actors. I
you
don't
said
abuse anybody.
you said abuse, not me. I said people should feel safe, protected, and I guess in some cases represented. And I think the character of Luxon would probably raise a few questions.
That's the point! Seriously.
I still have the bruises, Flick. I haven't told anybody, I promise.
No, I don't hit anyone. I do protect my voice actors, and if you would like to voice act for me, then feel free. I will not harm you. It's okay. You're safe with me.
I will say voicing Delta was one of the funnest things to do, like, ever. Just to go nuts and just let your brain just say whatever comes out. I love that.
I think that's how the script was written as well.
Shut up! Shut up!
I thought it was
Shut
good. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was
up.
laughing.
What I was going to say before Derelict interrupted me was I would love to voice in your series if you're having voice actors.
That would be wonderful. I'd be totally cool with that. Yeah, and I wanna I mean, if ever I get back to it, I've been I over what's the word? I overcommit myself to too many projects, and then by the time I get caught up, I'm, like, exhausted. But if I ever seriously have time to work on that, I will definitely call out to some of the older people that I know, especially you, Flick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of the two-way street of collaboration where whenever someone is nice enough to give me their time to work away a project, I like to pay it back as well because I guess at this point in time, I'm not in a position to financially reimburse people, but I would love to, offer my help to anybody who takes the time to help me out with my projects because I obviously I'm very thankful. and
Mhm.
obviously Flick is as well. Flick is all about the art, and I like that about him.
Yeah, yeah, and, they're like I disagree with what you're saying because you've definitely compensated me in terms of advice and pacing and editing and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's valuable stuff. You have to pay someone to teach you how to do certain things, but you have experience in that, and it helps me out with my other projects. So I think that's a very valuable exchange.